Hey there, everyone. I'm Chaz Marler, joined again by my occasional co-hostess, V-Bug. Ta-da!
Now I'm the host.
Now, no, what? My co-host. The host doesn't have to be behind the box. Joined by my co-hostess, V-Bug, who co-hostess.
Hostess.
Fine. You know what? You win. You host this episode. I'll open the box, I'll give things out to you, and you talk about them, and then I'll add a little bit more of what they are. So, host, what are we doing on today's episode?
You are going to be opening the box.
Okay.
With these pliers.
All right. Here's the first item in the box.
The new. This is from. I can't read that upside down. The next item. Oh, this is another playmat. They're the exact same ones.
These are mats specifically made for playing Magic the Gathering on. There happens to be some Magic cards in this. You have a spot here for laying your Magic cards out as you play. You got a strip for your playing your lands, a strip for playing all your creatures and enchantments, and then a strip for like when you go to combat. You have a list of all the turn orders. You have where your deck goes, where your discard pile goes, and where other special cards you'll do go. The reason I got these is because you're almost 12. You're going to be 12 next month. And I thought that you're about old enough to introduce Magic the Gathering to and teach you how to play it and really get into it and let you start designing decks and stuff like that. And these playmats are kind of introductory playmats for brand new players because they have the steps of the rounds and they show you where to put all your cards and they help you kind of guide you through your turns.
Oh, wow. My co-hostess is so smart and nice.
So that's what these are in this month's box.
Get the next item in the box.
Oh. The piece of paper that the cards were in. It's a hat. This is full of hats.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another item. You can describe what you think this is.
The castles of Burgundy.
Oh, public education system. Burgundy. Castles of Burgundy. Castles of Burgundy is set in high medieval France. In the game, each player takes on the role of an aristocrat originally controlling a small princedom. While playing, they aim to build settlements and powerful castles, practice trade along the river, exploit silver mines, and use the knowledge of travelers that they encounter. The game is all about taking settlement tiles from the game board and placing them onto their princedom, which is represented by a player board. Every tile has a function that starts when the tile is placed into the princedom. The princedom itself consists of several regions, each of which demands its own type of settlement tile. The game continues through 5 phases, and in the end, a player with the best princedom, and therefore the most victory points, wins. So when we create these videos about adding games to our collection, there's, oftentimes there's a lot of, the new, interesting, shiny, hot games. And I thought it might be nice to add some overlooked, what almost could be considered new classics to our collection. And Castles of Burgundy fits the bill in that respect. This is a game I have seen played, but actually I have never played Castles of Burgundy. And so I thought it was something, again, you're getting to that age, and with your mother too, I think this is one that we enjoy playing together, and it's a good family weight introductory, nice game. Actually, I don't know that for sure because I've never played it. I do know, however, its little level gauge is in the middle, so that it means it's a middle level game, middle slope. See, it's middle level slope. So you can play this at a slight angle, but not too much downhill because it'll roll away.
My co-host is so smart.
So that's why Castles of Burgundy is joining our collection this month. I thought it was kind of a classic game that we needed to have in our collection. Now what?
Now for the next item in this.
Dragon Castle.
Dragon Castle is a game freely inspired by the traditional Chinese game Mahjong. It's a puzzle game with very cool art.
Dragon Castle is indeed inspired by the traditional Chinese game Mahjong. In the game, players will pick tiles from a big dragon castle and use them to build their own castle on their own little player board. Players will create sets of tiles, and then they'll also place shrines on them periodically to score points. Which in and of itself is pleasant enough, but beware, because the players will also need to please the requests of the Elder Dragon in order to actually grab victory. So several months ago, my wife and I went to a local game day, and she was sitting at the table next to me playing Dragon Castle, and she said she really liked it, which was enough for me to go, oh, well, yeah, I'll grab a copy of Dragon Castle next time I purchase some games. Because, as I'm sure many people watching can agree, if there is a game that your spouse shows interest in, it really makes that rocket to the top of the list of games that you want to get to add to your collection so you can play it together at home.
My thumb hurts.
I'm sorry your thumb burn hurts. As my host so eloquently put it, Dragon Castle is kind of a derivative of Mahjong, developed by Simon. Of course, it adds some kind of nice modern game mechanisms to it, with cards and randomization and such, but it kind of at its heart has that tile selection Mahjong set of mechanisms at its heart. So, Dragon Castle, great game to add to this month's collection. There's one more, another game in here, is this one. Age of Towers.
Age of Towers is a game where you have to fight your way through these areas to get to the other side, and you earn points and you draw cards. From the heart of the forest, tribes from the burning sun. That seems warm.
So one type of game that I play on the computer quite a bit that it seems that board games try to replicate, but with mixed success, is tower defense games. There's, of course, Castle Panic and Star Trek Panic and some other games that actually do a pretty good job. But when I found Age of Towers, I discovered that it seems to really try to replicate a tower defense mechanism as closely as possible. And that was something that really, really intrigued me about the game. Intrigued me so much that not only did I get the base game, but I also got the last thing that's in this month's box.
Wait.
What?
It's inevitable. I still got in behind the box.
It happens. But I also got the expansion for it, which is called whatever this is called. Can you tell me?
The Winx.
The Winx. So the Winx is just an expansion that adds more characters, monsters, cards, and such for the base game of Age of Towers.
Now cue the epic montage. So this is this month's haul of games.
Absolutely. Castles of Burgundy, what I would consider one of the new classics. Dragon Castle, a new game based on a very, very ancient classic. And Age of Towers, a board game that tries to replicate a classic popular computer type of mechanism in games. And also, of course, these playmats to help teach Magic the Gathering, another one of the modern classics, I think you could say. So, little V-Bug, what do you think about this month's selection of games?
I think it's pretty good, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Usually, to close out the show, we ask a question about the game, so to kind of discuss in the comments. So, what question would you ask?
Would you trust me as host as your show?
No.
I'm the host. I get to decide the question. You lay down your power.
How about this question? When describing these games, I mentioned the word classic a lot in different respects. So I want to know, first of all, which of these games are in your collections? Which have you played and what have your experiences with them been? But also, would you consider some of these to be new classics, old classics, or anything like that? You know, what do you think? How would you categorize these in the whole scheme of things with the literally hundreds of thousands of board games that are available these days? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, more board game news, commentary, unboxing, haul videos, whatever we're calling these now. Be sure to subscribe and join us next time, and we'll have more to discuss.
I'm a donut. I'm a hostess donut.
You.
Your V-bug is loading. What if I did this forever? What if I did a song like this for the whole of you?